Hello, Infinity Kingdom audience. This is Ray coming back with another video about fire. This is shortly after this was in our latest KVK, and I met a very unique fire which totally beat me 80 or 90% of the time. And in this video, I'm going to analyze these reports and see how can I improve my fire based on the fire which I've seen. For those of you that don't watch this series, I will go over briefly about my skills. And what can I say? This is a typical fire kin in Conquest, the ones you see here, with the mention that Hippolyta uses full coverage. So without further ado, let's go and look at these reports. As you can see, my opponent has an overall STP lower than me, which makes this all worthwhile digging it. So first of all, we see here he's using a Ragnar instead of Hippolyta in a fire march. And let's look at some of the skills. So this is typical. Resist to counter wool. Malice. This is, in my opinion, something unusual, but we will talk about that one a little bit later. Let's see, Ragnar uses the same skills as I do, so no escape, well, Rage Blessing, and Wool uses the exact same set of skills. Kin Emperor is also using Assist with the auras, braces, so nothing fancy, it's just the fact that he uses Ragnar. And to show, I'm just going to show some of my the damage that I've managed to deal. The advantage of using a Ragnar against a fire is that obviously it's going to deal more damage to a fire march, but here we had an exchange where he used Hippolyta instead, and you can see that the end result was worse. So obviously putting in, this is a second example, obviously putting in Ragnar helped him in this case, even though he lost the 4th element bot, which increases the magical attack and physical attack. Ragnar's ability seemed to overcame that, because his ability increases the magical damage it takes. And as we've seen in our video, there's a slight difference between magical damage and magical attack. Magical damage is the one that you want, so in theory, Ragnar provides more by increasing the magical damage an opponent takes. So yeah, this is another example. Just placing Ragnar here shifted the battle. We're also going to see another peculiar thing, so I've drawn attention upon it at the start. It's about Malice, which I do not believe is suitable. I do not believe it gives such a big difference, but here I am proven wrong. So in this replay, let's count the times I crit, and we do it by counting the number of chase activations. I will pause where appropriate here to show the chase activation from the opponent. Here, those lying scrolls that shoot fireballs, those are the chase activations, so that usually happens when he dealt crit and chase activated. So it's a good indication of how often you can crit. And now I activated chase, so I critted against him. Here we both critted most at the same time, and he critted another time against me. So clearly he had 2 crits above me. And the only explanation I found is because of Malice. Usually in Conquest I thought it's not necessary because you have the resilience nodes, you can put the resilience gems and it should offset it, but I was wrong. So this is a key aspect to take note of. Malice against fire is still worthwhile. And there is a second aspect I wanted to show you in this case, and it's here. Let me see if you can. I'll give you a couple of seconds so you can identify it. We've changed skills over our battles, and let's see if you haven't identified it. It's Heavy Lifter. He used Heavy Lifter on his Wu and replaced it with Chase. Now, Heavy Lifter, for those who don't know, is a skill similar to full coverage, but it deals magical attack damage each time an ultimate is activated with a 70% chance. And it has a special extra ability which reduces the attack speed of the highest attacking immortals by 30%. So it is a very good counter to Alex. I haven't used it because the players in my server said it was sometimes very good and sometimes not so good. So I went with Chase instead. But I am planning to use this one and test it. I'm getting this from this KVK Spoils of War. And I'm planning to test this for my own because in these replays it clearly outperformed Chase. Sorry about that. So in this brief video, I hopefully showed you some tweaks you can make and a different variation of a Fire March, less used but still very strong as you could see. Hope this was for you intuitive, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.